Asher and Pipeman on W4CY Radio.
Wake up, America! It's time for the adventures of Pipeman on W4CY.com, West Palm Beach's #1 internet radio station. Here's your host, the Pipeman.
You know it's just a game. Ready to play it free. Now's your turn to handle me. Ready to play it for. You're always coming back for more.
This is the Pipeman here on the Adventures Pipeman W4CY Radio, and I am so excited about our next guest because they have some killer new music, and their album cover looks really cool too, which is so important to me, and they look cool. So let's welcome to the show, Puppet Master from Priest. How are you?
I'm fine. Thank you for having me on your show. And thank you for liking what we do. And we're very proud of the covers. Now, I also think the cover sells an album, you know, so it's important, very important how we package your music.
I love that you say that because I'm old school that way. Like, to me, when I bought albums early on, it was because of how cool the album cover looked and because I had no clue what it sounded like.
Yeah, exactly. And then sometimes you were lucky, sometimes not. But then you had a really good album cover, you know.
Right. But and that was part of the fun of it too. Like you were taking a roll of the dice, so to speak. And you would invest in the music more, I think, because now you can listen to like 5 seconds of a track with the attention span that people have, and they're like, oh, I'm going on to the next one. They may miss the best song of their life because they picked the wrong 5 seconds to listen to.
Yeah, and you only see a little thumbnail anyways on your phone. But I think also if you're an artist that puts extra effort into your cover art or whatever, album art, I think that's also a testament of that you really care about what you're doing and you care for your music well enough to package it in a nice and interesting way. So I think if it's a good cover, it should be a good album as well, you know.
Oh, 100%. And this is like the newly released song, Just a Game. I was using that to get pumped up for the interview. You know, you got to get in the zone. And so I felt that got me in the proper zone for the interview because it is a badass song. Maybe you could tell everybody a little bit about, you know, the new album that's dropping on the 31st and Just a Game and, you know, kind of what it's all about for anybody that hasn't heard you guys yet.
Cool, yeah. Just a Game is a fun song. It's our second single from our next album, Dark Pulse, which is out on May 31st. It's a fun song about, you know, endeavors in the future. How do we have fun in the future in the virtual reality realm? It touches how maybe virtual sexuality in the future perfectly safe, but it's just a game, you know. If you've seen the movie Demolition Man, there's a scene between Sandra Bullock and Sly Stallone when they having sex in the future, but they only have like devices on their heads. And of course Stallone is awakened in the future because he's been in a cryo prison and wakes up and into this new very political correct world, and where sex basically is they don't do it the old school way anymore, so they do it the new way. So Just a Game is a little take on that, you know. I love it.
You know, you're gonna love this. What's funny about that is I always talk about, like, when COVID shutdown happened, I was thinking Demolition Man was coming true.
Yeah, I think Demolition Man is it's a prophecy coming true, because also they mentioned the Schwarzenegger Museum. Okay, Schwarzenegger wasn't president, but he was governor in California. So it's a lot of, and then you don't touch each other, you know, when you say hello. Yep. That's directly. So it's a lot of stuff coming true from that movie, and I think also the Pizza Hut gourmet restaurant is very funny because I think at least in Sweden they opened up a Pizza Hut that was pretty pricey, and so it's a
That's
very
how
good.
that's how I feel when I go to Europe and
Yeah.
there's like a McDonald's, because it's like compared to the U.S., they're like gourmet places.
Yeah,
in
it's like
Europe.
it's pretty weird in certain countries how different things are presented. It's very funny, but we love being over here in the US and take part of the culture over here also. So it's yeah, it's very nice to be over, and then when you get back to Europe, you have another way of thinking about a lot of stuff. So then you have inspiration for more songs, and but yeah, but that's about just a game. But the whole album is maybe our darkest to date. It's called Dark Pulse, and I think we nailed the title because it's a bit grittier, dirtier than we've done before, and it's also harkens back maybe to our debut album, New Flesh, which many people have as a favorite, I've noticed. So they will not be disappointed. This will be in the same line as our debut album, and pretty dark but still melodic, and but it's very beat driven and made for the dance floor, you can say.
And I love when a band, when they come out with a new album, that they kind of combine old school with new school in themselves. I don't mean anywhere else, but within their own music. Because when you're a musician, you evolve and you learn your instrument better and you experiment more. But then the OG fans, they want to hear that original, like, garage stuff. So I love when bands are doing what you're doing exactly on this album, is you're combining both worlds.
Thank you. Yeah, we're trying. Try to add the music you love and you grew up with. In my case, it was 80s industrial goth mixed with also the early rave. They came out of the UK with the Prodigy, Orbital, Underworld, bands like that. So this is basically a mix of and Depeche Mode, of course.
Yeah.
So it's a mix of all that, and we try to just put it into the blend a bit with a little extra flavors on this. This album will have more rave elements, more elements like the early 90s rave, while next album might be more slick and clean and more, you could say, more pristine produced. And we also done albums in a little different manner. So, but with this album, Dark Pulse, we went pretty deep, pretty dark. We also dared to explore some themes about, maybe addiction, decadent nightlife, and, a little flamboyant album, so to speak. But I mean, I think it's good to dive deep sometimes, and the next album might be a little bit brighter, So it's this is our Empire Strikes Back, the middle, little darker one, So.
I love it, but you know what? Sometimes you do have to dig deep, because these are issues that are really going on, and the people that are listening to it can relate to it, and that's where music is the best therapy.
I think so. It's a lifesaver, music in general, and if we can do something that helps someone, we're very happy, and we're very glad if somebody comes up to us and say how much something we did had meant to them. So it's always a testament of that what you do means something, and so it's very nice. And it's important also to touch certain subjects. And music, of course, as you say, it's a vehicle of communication, and that's what it's all about: communication between people, And we communicate in our way, and all we can do is to take our experiences and put them out there, and see if somebody can relate to it. Well, then we got a good job, I guess,
And I think that's what art is. I mean, so there shouldn't be any rules. It should be a form of expression, because it's not just therapy for me, the listener. It's therapy for you, the musician, and the fact is like there's a lot of people out there. I don't know, nowadays it's kind of weird to me to tell musicians, oh, just play your music, don't talk about anything.
Yeah.
But isn't that the whole point of music, is expressing yourself and your feelings, the things that are bothering you, the things that you like, your passions, like everything like that. It really, a song is talking, and it's sending a message for not only yourself, the artist, but also whoever needs to hear it. And the people that don't want to hear it, that's not who it's for.
Exactly. And I think a song is the distillate of a feeling, of something you go through. You can put it in there, and I think most people, they have this. People are smart, so people have a bullshit detector, and they can hear if it's false or not. So you better, when you write, be true to yourself, and be honest, and that will resonate. Well, while I guess less honest, or maybe if you write for a certain audience, more chewing gum pop, nothing wrong with that, but it's not meant to stand the test of time. I think if you dig deep and be honest, that will resonate longer, and you will feel better about your music also, if you know that you did your best and being as honest as you can when you do it. We of course mix it up with a little bit of futuristic things, but I love that cyberpunk stylish pop culture, so I'm very honest about that too. But so true feelings, true experiences, but mix it up with some fun,
And how often does that futuristic stuff come true anyway? It's like most of the stuff we're living now was futuristic way back.
Yeah. If you watch Johnny Mnemonic, he had he could store 50 gig in his brain or whatever.
Yeah.
Why did he have to have the info in his brain? That's my big question. But no, but it's exponentially just developing, the technology. You can't really predict, and now I think we live in very interesting times with the AI stuff that's happening. We only see the little of it, but right now, but some people think it's gonna go pretty fast, it's already
going pretty fast in my part of the industry. I can tell you, it's like one day they announced AI, the next day everything I'm using in the radio and podcast industry has AI attached to it.
Now they probably can do a whole movie with AI moving pictures soon, by just typing in what you need for your scene, and it's gonna be it's a very interesting tool if you use it the right way. I started messing around a little bit with ChatGPT to collab with ChatGPT in writing lyrics. I guess many people do that now, but I think if you use it the right way, not let the AI write for you, but you using it as a tool for checking grammar, maybe how many rhymes can I find on this word, or can you find a similar meaning to this line, but write it in a different way? And then you can generate ideas. You can brainstorm with it more than use it solely for your writing, because that's gonna suck. But it's like having a lot of books that you browse through, but instead you're just asking an AI with a lot of knowledge. And I think it's interesting if you use it the right way, and who am I to say what the right way is? But for me, I think I'm finding a way of coexist with the AI as a creative tool, at least.
Yeah, well, see, even with the show notes for my shows, my interviews and stuff like that, you use the perfect word. That's what I do. I brainstorm with the AI. So I'll run the AI and it'll give me multiple different versions of show notes that I could use. And I just take that and kind of take ideas and bullet points from each of them and then combine them together, because they're already things I was thinking. It just kind of puts it in a nice outline where you can edit it and turn it into something that's maybe even more powerful than you would do on your own, but still your own thoughts.
Exactly. And you can get another angle of your thoughts with this tool. And I think it's very interesting how you do it there. And I try to do it in the same way. It's also a generator. You create the clay which you can mold on, but it's fast. You get to the clay base of your idea faster with the AI, I think. But
Exactly.
it's funny because it's very helpful to me. I think I write in a new way now. And next album after Dark Pulse will be more AI infused, but you have to have your own taste.
Yes.
I realized the Chat GPT's taste is not very good every time. It's not spot on. So you have to put in your own taste and your own confidence into what you're trying to do creatively. So it's still your idea, as you say, and it's
Absolutely.
interesting too.
And so, like, also, you're going to be headlining the Neon Chronicles tour with Julien-K and September Mourning. I love September Mourning, so
Me too.
that's a pretty exciting lineup right there.
Yeah.
How excited are you about these shows?
Very much, very excited. We already done 6 shows with them, and they're wonderful. They deliver every night, super professional. So we really have to step up to be the headliner here. So, but wonderful guys. Julien-K have some really interesting new tracks coming also, and of course September Mourning. I love their style. And also they made a comic book also, so that was sold out. So I have to wait until they print it again. So, but it's
She's really
nice.
big into the NFTs too.
Yeah, I've seen that. We probably had to dig into that too. We were about to release some NFTs a while ago, but other stuff came in between, and we're a indie band with our own independent label. So with that said, I know why people sign with record labels, because then you don't have to do everything yourself.
Yeah.
But now when you take the decision to do it all yourself, you're sitting with a lot of stuff on your hands, a lot of work. And I like that. But it also means that takes a little longer time to fulfill your ideas. And, so, but we will get there too. We have some ideas for that too. So in the future, we will, if you check our social media or our website, priestnexus.com, we will have some NFT news for you in the future as well.
And is that the best place to go, or do you want to give out all your socials and how they can check out Just a Game, get the new album, all that good stuff?
Awesome. Yeah, you can check out our Facebook. It's Priest Official, or our Instagram. It's also Priest Official, one word. But the best place is priestnexus.com, because that's where you can find all the links. You can buy the tickets to the concerts, the Neon Chronicles tour. We are on tour in the US right now, so check the website out and see if we come to your area. Make sure you get a ticket and come see us, and that's probably the best place to see what's going on in the Priest camp. priestnexus.com.
Yeah, and they don't want to miss this live show for sure.
No.
And of course, they can go on your website and pre-save that album there.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you can. And there will be links to upcoming singles. We're actually releasing another single on the 26th of April called Black Venom.
Ooh, I like it.
That's an announcement here on the Pipeman show.
I love it. I can't wait for that. I love the name of that.
That's a killer. That's a killer track.
Nice. Anything else you want to share with the listeners we haven't covered already that they may need to know?
Our new album, Dark Pulse. I mentioned it before, but I mention it again. Dark Pulse will be out the 31st of May, and you can pre-save it pretty much anywhere, on Amazon, on your local record store. Ask them to take it in, and of course on our own web shop, argul.com. So make sure to check it out. It's called Dark Pulse. We're Priest from Sweden, and make sure to check it out.
Oh, they definitely have to. It's badass.
Thanks.
And they have to go to the site right away and get tickets for your live show, because to me, nothing beats a live show for sure.
I totally agree, and make sure to come down. The shows, some shows selling out pretty fast, so make sure you get your tickets in time.
You got it, man. And well, thanks for giving us such great music and creativity, and thanks for being on the Adventures of Pipeman.
Thank you, Pipeman, and thank you for having me, and hopefully talk again soon. Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you for listening to the Adventures of Pipeman on W4CY Radio.